Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Wall Street Bull. Anthony here. I hope you're all doing well and staying safe out there. Big shout out and thank you to every single one of you who have subscribed to the channel. I really appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, smash the subscribe button down there and turn on that little bell notification as well, because I love doing these videos on a daily basis, documenting my journey with investing with cryptos, dividend stocks, growth stocks, talking about passive income, building financial freedom, and yes, my goal at the end of the day is to build generational wealth. So come along this incredible journey. We're just getting started. There's a lot happening out there today and we'll get into all this stuff. Also, if I could ask that you do me a massive favor, give this video a thumbs up, watch it straight through, because when you do that, the YouTube algorithm is absolute magic. All right, it pushes this channel out to a lot more people. All right, let's get straight into it. Little disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. Please do your own research and due diligence with this stuff. I do not want to see anyone get financially hurt. Please, please, please jump on all the websites I use and recommend in all my videos. They will give you a lot of confidence before jumping into this stuff. And me, my number one golden rule is I only invest what I can afford to lose. Yes, we don't like to lose, but you can lose money like that, especially in cryptos, all right? So please be careful. Do your own research. Don't take what I say as financial advice in these videos. All right, now the formalities are out of the way. I don't need to explain it. There's everything on the news and media in the last 24 hours with Russia, going into Ukraine. It's pretty devastating stuff right now. And from my opinion, the world needs peace after everything that we have been through. Literally everybody on the face of the planet has been through in the last 2 years. I think we need world peace right now just to recover from all of this stuff going on in the world. But anyway, there's a lot happening in the news and there is a lot of volatility in the markets right now. And yes, as much as I don't like to talk about it during these situations, there are some incredible buying opportunities right now for investors, both with cryptocurrencies and the stock market. I'm going to go through quickly what's happening here on CoinSpot. There is a link below. Please feel free to use that. You can get $10 in Bitcoin. Please do your own research, but let's have a look right now because there are some serious deals right now to be had in the crypto market. And the reason why I say that is because during these tough times is when people become wealthy. And I'm not making this up. When there's usually an event around the world or something that's happening, with the situation that came, into play a couple of years ago, I'm not going to talk about it on this channel, but I took advantage of that and I dollar cost averaged into my investments and I saw some incredible returns. It's the same thing with cryptos and right now, which is what's happening around the world with global markets, with cryptos and stocks. So let's get into it. Bitcoin is sitting at about 54,000 Australian dollars today. It is actually surprisingly up 2.6%. It did dip down significantly last night. I did obviously dollar cost average into XRP, Reef, and XYO just got listed on CoinSpot as well yesterday, which is really nice as well because I've been waiting for that. Let's just have a look here. Obviously, you've got Ethereum at 3,700. XRP's at 99 cents. I bought last night at around 90 cents. Which is incredibly cheap. I'm going to get some updates about that as well. Cardano's $1.21. Solana's up 3.36% to 127. So cheap, guys. 7.37% is $92. AVAX, 109. Polkadot, $22. Matic is at $2.06. You've got Crow sitting at 56 cents right now. Cosmos, $35. Tron is 8 cents. Link is at $19, Near Protocol $12, Algorand is $1.10, Stellar XLM is at 26 cents right now. That is incredibly cheap. You've got Hedera at 30 cents, FTM at $2.13. What else we got here? Axie's down to $69. Oh, sorry, $69. VeChain is at 6 cents. That is so cheap. Theta's at $3.73 right now. You've got IOTA at 99 cents. Great buys. The Graph is at 50 cents. Gala's at 32 cents, up 3%. Harmony One at 18 cents Australian dollars. Engine is at $1.93. What else we got here, guys? Keeps going down here. Rose at 30 cents right now, and you've got XDC sitting at 6 cents. That is insanely cheap. Incredible buying opportunities. I know it's hard to, obviously, there's a lot happening out there in the markets. But anyway, let's have a look at the news because there's a lot happening out there. You've got the crypto bubbles today, everyone. If I go on the daily here, you've got ANC, which is pumping right now, which is Anchor Protocol. Neo's up, which is good. Luna, you've got AR, MKR, you've got AVAX, BCH, and ZEC. There's some incredible buying opportunities straight up. And look at Hex, it's down again once the market. Bitcoin goes up, Hex goes down. Anyway, now, obviously, some updates about this Ripple case. And I said yesterday in my video, obviously, I think the case, is, the SEC is fighting a losing battle here. They really are. I mean, there's information that's coming out. What's today, the 25th? There's some information that's come out. And again, the SEC got denied, basically trying to leverage LBRY, in this case. Some interesting news articles today here, guys. The US Securities Exchange Commission lawsuit against Ripple Labs, a long battle, and the regulator has new delay tactics, guys. And this is I've been saying this. They've been delaying the inevitable, which is it's not a security. They have got some, they're manipulating the price. I don't know if it's got anything to do with what's happening around the world at the moment. Could be. I don't know. Obviously, you've got Ripple's lawyers are working on a strategy to fight the SEC's tactics that delay the lawsuit against the payment giant. Ripple's team argues that the SEC's public enforcement actions on cryptocurrencies filed before the lawsuit should not be considered. And I agree. It's unbelievable. So based on the latest SEC versus Ripple lawsuit developments, proponents believe that the regulator is employing delay tactics. Ripple's team of lawyers oppose the SEC's inappropriate request. So the SEC deploys delay tactics in lawsuit against Ripple. So again, the lawsuit against the payments Ripple giant Ripple. Ripple has raised concerns among XRP holders. The US regulatory watchdog has a sir reply on February 23rd, which is, 2 days ago now, regarding the motion to strike the fair notice defense. Proponents have reviewed the new update on the lawsuit against the payments giant Ripple and believe that the regulator is employing delay tactics, which I agree. So basically, they got denied this literally in one word by Judge Torres. Now, there's been some further documents that have been submitted today to Judge Netburn. Let's see what happens there. Again, I think the case with the SEC and Ripple, it's moving into Ripple's favor. The SEC is just being an absolute schoolyard bully. Straight up. That's what's happening right now. Obviously, with all this stuff and devastating news going on around the world, especially in Ukraine and Russia right now, it's devastating because, innocent people are being affected by this. And I don't like to see that happen anywhere on the planet. I really don't. I think it's just, people need to chill out and just, all these leaders of the world at the moment need to go and just sort it out diplomatically in a boardroom somewhere and work out, come to a compromise and do whatever they have to do. Don't put innocent citizens at risk and cause all this grief and stress on people. It's not necessary, especially in this day and age. We need to be as one. We are one right now. The world is a lot more connected than it was 10 years ago. I mean, look at our phones. All we do is look at our phones these days. We are all connected. We are all human beings. This stuff should not be happening in 2022. It really shouldn't. It needs to stop. It just causes unnecessary stress. I mean, there's 5 million people now that have to, leave Ukraine because of this, and it's devastating. It really is, and it's not good. It's terrible. So you've got here Joe Biden obviously vows wider sanctions on Russia in an effort to cut Moscow off from the global economy. He's imposed a significant amount of sanctions on Russian banks and assets, in the United States. And you can see here, guys, obviously on Thursday, that was, this morning, we'll introduce new wave of sanctions against Russia in a broad effort to isolate Moscow from the global economy, which, has happened. It has happened. So the president said that the totality of the penalties will target trillions of dollars in assets and include restrictions against Russian banks, including VTB Bank and SBER banks, so Sberbank. The White House has also authorized additional troops sanctioned in Germany as NATO allies bolster defenses in Europe. I can't believe this is happening in 2022, guys. Obviously, I know I've seen some comments on the channel as well that, the truth and all this stuff about media. Fine, I understand that. I'm not going to go into that on the channel. I hear you, but it is what it is, and innocent people are, being caught up in this, and I don't like that at all. Obviously, you've got these SWIFT sanctions now that have been imposed. So basically, the rest of the world. I know that the UK has imposed sanctions on SWIFT. The United States is doing that as well, cutting Russia off from SWIFT, which is basically going to stop inflow of international money into Russia. And, this is the reason why, Russia's been sort of moving towards cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin, so they could utilize cryptocurrencies, especially Bitcoin. Who knows, they may even start getting involved with XRP, I don't know. So cutting Russia off from the SWIFT global payment system would be one of the toughest sanctions the West could impose. But it would also involve paying for foreign banks and creditors that do business with the country, guys. So the system, which has its headquarters in Belgium, that's SWIFT, is used by more than 11,000 financial institutions in more than 200 countries and territories to send money and information to each other. Look, they've controlled the market for so many decades. I think it's time that they, move to XRP and Ripple and the blockchain, guys. It needs to happen. You've also got these sanctions have really hit hard, obviously, on the Russian stock market, crashing 33%. and ruble plunges to record lows. I mean, it is having a massive impact here. But again, I don't think these sanctions are really going to be stopping someone like, the president of Russia. I don't know. He seems to be on a mission there, obviously, to do whatever he needs to do. And it's just, it's terrible. So how Russia can use cryptocurrencies to avoid the US sanctions over Ukraine. So there's been a lot of people obviously saying that, Russia can move towards cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, use it as a payment rail. And because it is not centralized, it is decentralized. It's not controlled by anyone or any government. So they could be starting to utilize this. We'll see what happens here, guys, with that. Let's go to Twitter today because there's a lot happening on Twitter. And I'm at the Wall Street Bull Oz. You've got this interview here with former President Trump. Go and have a look at that, guys. It's pretty interesting. You got whale alert here. XRP, $214 million of XRP was moved from an unknown wallet to an unknown wallet. That is a lot of XRP. Plan B has got here Bitcoin down, gold is up. Gold has been pumping, as gold has always been a hedge against inflation and whatever's going on in the world. So gold's always been the go-to. That has been pumping as well in the last 24 hours. You can see here. Obviously, you can see investors see Bitcoin as a tech stock like Google and a meme stock, not as a commodity or digital gold. What else we got here? The shares of SBR, that's the bank over there in Russia, has plunged 60%. That is a lot. I mean, if that were to happen on the US stock market, in general, the stock market would plunge, 30% over there. It'd be devastating for a lot of people and investors. But again, this is an opportunity. And, again, there's opportunity here to invest and dollar cost average into these prices right now because, in time, things recover. And yes, it takes time and a few, months or years, things always come back. And there's an opportunity right now. And I don't like talking about it because, it's devastating around the world, but there is opportunity right now. You've got Justin, China's Supreme Court declares Bitcoin and crypto fundraising illegal. You've got President Biden here, obviously saying we've already seen the impact of the actions on the Russian currency, the ruble, which early today hit its weakest level ever. The Russian stock market has plunged as well, and the Russian government's borrowing rate spiked 15%. You got Lex Friedman here. He's going over there to talk to people and citizens. This is happening right now behind the scenes. This is Jack the Ripper. Thank you for this. This is in relation to the international monetary system. And it's all changing right now, moving to XRP and blockchain. I mean, this is what's happening right now, and it's removing, obviously, SWIFT. You've got here every asset in Russia in America will be frozen. Obviously, you've got some other stuff here in relation to Coinbase today. You've got Q4 of 2020, $497 million, and in Q4 of 2021, $2.4 billion in revenue. That is just ridiculous. You've got Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index sitting at 23 right now. Coinbase's trading volume grew 90% to 177 billion USD from Q1 to Q3 to Q4. That's just huge growth. You've got the SEC has filed a motion to its opposition to Brad Garlinghouse motion to compel turnover of notes taken by Matthew Estabrook, obviously counsel to then SEC Commissioner Roisman in 2018 meeting between Roisman and Garlinghouse. So they're wanting to turn that over. Again, this has just all happened in the last hour. You've got Bitcoin donations to the Ukraine military are soaring as Russia invades. That's. I mean, this is what I'm saying. Everything stops with fiat currency, but cryptocurrencies can't be stopped, guys. They can't. What else we got here? All about SWIFT. One possible path to sanction Russia. That's all happening. And this is Sahil Bloom here. This is really fascinating. He gives a whole breakdown in relation to SWIFT. With rapid deterioration of Russia and Ukraine situation, you're going to hear a lot about SWIFT in the coming days. Here's a quick breakdown of what it is and why it matters. So obviously you've got here SWIFT, a short society for, for World International Financial Telecommunications, the global cooperative of financial institutions based in Belgium. It was founded in 1973. 239 banks from 15 countries came across to establish a way to handle cross-border payments. Today, SWIFT connects 11,000 financial institutions over 200 countries. Think of it like a simple email system enabling secure messages across to its members. An average of 40 million messages a day, including orders, payments, confirmations, FX, exchanges, and trades. SWIFT doesn't actually do any transfer of holding funds, but it is a critical part of the communication infrastructure that enables cross-border money flows. It's key part of the global financial system plumbing, if you will. So why is it in the spotlight right now? While not political organization, its importance to global flows means SWIFT is often looked at as a geopolitical tool as sanctions packages. So part of these sanctions packages, guys, cutting off nations' banks from SWIFT access restricts flows into and out of the nation, resulting in real economic pain. That's what's happening right now. Some interesting interview here in relation to XRP. Go and have a look at that. There's a lot happening over there at the moment with Russia and protesters. What else have we got here? It happened. Dominoes are falling. Everything planned. We are watching like a movie. XRP knows the script. Go and have a look at this interview here. You've got Johnny Deaton. The easiest example, if this grants summary judgment, this is in relation to the case, and finds as a matter of law that the fair notice defense wins, all existing alts like Ethereum, XLM, and Algorand could also rely on the same defense. So ironically, since Hinman said ETH wasn't a security, Ethereum would benefit from XRP's win. I believe that all cryptocurrencies are going to be benefiting from an XRP win in this case, or Ripple, win. Some interesting stuff about VeChain. It was highlighted in a recent journal article here, a survey on blockchain technology and its security. You've got VeChain being mentioned here in the blockchain research and applications. Right there, guys. So again, for supply chains, logistics solutions from VeChain uses blockchain to track, monitor the logistic information from transparent, regulated, secure, and reliable data sharing, guys. So again, I'm very bullish on VeChain, and it's incredibly cheap and undervalued right now. You've got transferred from unknown wallet to Coinbase, $38 million of Bitcoin. You've got the obviously the Russia's gold supply right here sitting at $3 billion, and it's went up $3 billion in the last 30 minutes. That was 19 hours ago. That's pretty crazy. I'm not going to go into that picture. What obviously creates inflation here, guys. Cripple commerce and make Bitcoin compelling. I think we're going to see a lot of stuff happening with cryptocurrencies right now. In crypto law, that's the denied ruling there from Judge Torres yesterday. So that's pretty crazy. And again, XYO was listed on CoinSpot yesterday, which is really nice. There it is there. It's one of my favorite projects. And no, I'm not paid by them. I just like the project, and I got in extremely early, and I've seen some incredible returns, and I'm sure a lot of you have as well. But XY got listed yesterday. So again, CoinSpot is listing some incredible projects. They are listing all my favorite projects, and it's a pretty good exchange, guys, really. And 20 million XRP was transferred from an unknown wallet to CoinsPH, and that was yesterday as well. So that's pretty incredible. Let's have a look at the markets today. I'm not going to get into trading view. The total market cap at the moment sitting at 1.6 trillion. It is in the green, surprisingly. And I took advantage of the dip last night. It's $151 billion in trading volume, 42% BTC, 18% Ethereum. And again, we're in the greens, guys. It dropped significantly last night. Unbelievable. Now it's just recovered. You've got the gainers today's Anchor Protocol, Terra, Maker, Neo, Arweave as well, and Bitcoin sitting up there as well. If I go to my portfolio, going to have a quick look at this. You got Bitcoin sitting at $38,000 right now, USD. In the last 24 hours, obviously you can see that massive dip there, obviously given the news that came out last night and what was happening over there in Ukraine, and it has picked up as well. XRP is at 68 cents right now, which is an incredible buying opportunity. It's so cheap right now, just dollar cost averaging into it, guys. Cardano is 84 cents right now. Now, definitely one that I'm going to be adding today. I think it's incredibly cheap. Shiba Inu, Polygon Matic $1.43, Tron, Near Protocol, Mana, Stellar, Hedera's at 21 cents, Sandbox $2.97, VeChain's at 4 cents USD, Theta's at $2.59, BTT, the Graph's at 35 cents, Gala's at 22 cents USD, Harmony One is at 12 cents. Incredible buying opportunities, guys. Ecomi's down as well. XDC is at 4 cents USD. Wow. Anchor, Ravane, Seacoin, Nervos Networks at 1 cent. MetaHeroes at 6 cents. You've got Telcoin under a penny right now. You've got Digibyte, Superfarm at 63 cents. Winlink, XYO's at 1 cent. Did pump a little bit, obviously, given the CoinSpot listing. UFO Gaming, Reef is at under a cent right now, which is crazy. Constellation DAG, Reserve Rights, VThor, under a cent. Electronium, Proton XPR, Veracity's at 1 cent. Kin, what else we got here? Star Atlas is at 3 cents right now. I remember this was like 25 cents. Definitely one to add if you're looking for a flyer. Gas, Acropolis, Ubix Network, Olympus DAO, I think is just a rug pull, and Pitbull is just a gamble for me. That hasn't really gone anywhere, so I've probably lost my money. Anyway, this is why I only invest what I can afford to lose. It's just a fun play for me. But that's pretty much it. Again, I'm sending positive vibes and prayers to everyone in Ukraine right now. And I understand it's an extremely difficult time that I probably won't even ever be able to comprehend. I think that the world needs to just chill out, and everyone, especially over in Europe right now, there's a lot of panic, and I hope this doesn't continue to blow out to something just absolutely ridiculous. And I hope that the world can have a lot of peace, because this is what we need these days. It's not 50, 60, 70 years ago, man. We're in 2022. The world is a lot more connected. We are all human beings. We all deserve peace and prosperity, and just to go about our normal daily lives without having to stress about all of this stuff going on in the world at the moment. So I wish everyone the best, and especially in Ukraine, sending my prayers and love, and I hope you guys stay safe. And I'm keeping an eye on the news. Very scary stuff at the moment. So everyone, stay safe, peace and love. We'll speak soon. All right, take care. Bye.